it's Thomas. How's everybody going? How is everybody doing? It's still morning time. I'm out here at Camp Sullivan in Oak Forest, Illinois. Me and my buddy came down here for 2 nights. Um, just making a quick video, a quick live stream, kind of do a little tour of it. Not sure how far it is to the main office. First things first, though, for those who watch this video, because there's nobody here now, but those who watch this video after it, Stephanie isn't here, which you should know from the other video. The one on her channel, where obviously she's not around, and then the one that I did at the flea market where somebody asked. With the flea market stuff, I got to talk to Stephanie about that, got to figure some things out. But me and Steph should be together via live stream soon, if not maybe as soon as tonight, real late. So for those of you that are night owls, and maybe you guys can catch that for a couple hours or an hour or so, or whatever it'll be, and I'll still be here for that live stream if it occurs here. That is, it may not, it may. I'll still be here at Camp Sullivan in Oak Forest. I'm going to take you guys on a little walk of it, a little joy-filling walk, if you will. It's not the most maintained. For those of you that were watching all the older videos, when you compare this to Dunwood campgrounds in Beverly Shores, Indiana, it's really night and day. They don't really do anything here. They don't clean out the fire pits and all that, but you know, and there's just like a lot of stuff laying around, and it's very empty for being this time of year. I looked at campgrounds.gov for oh, this work? Yeah, free lighter, because I'm outside these cabins, so that's interesting. Hello, Night Clover, what's going on? So anyway, it's not as well maintained as Dunwood. And there's nobody here. I mean, there's people in the RV section, which I'll kind of show you, depending on how far I walk. But there's nobody, and by the way, Night Clover, Mark's supposed to be riding down here soon. I don't know if he'll make it here, or even leave here, or even get here, if he comes at all, by the time the stream is over. But it's just basically a LoveIzALL thing. It's just like a little tour of this area. Like I said, there's nobody here. I'm actually sitting on the bench of one of the cabins that you can rent here, which are cool. They have like 4 bunk beds in there and everything. And then I'm going to flip the camera around in a second, but I just want to give you guys updates on what's going on with that. The usual thing to anybody watching, to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. But yeah, so she might be back on the stream later on tonight, or within the next week, maybe, hopefully, somewhere around there. I would take it to be possible. But that might be later at night or at different times. But that's why you hit the bell for notifications, so you can be notified of new lives. And I'm going to switch the camera around now and get up and walk around a bit and show you guys what's up here. So enjoy. A tree. No, very large trees. Not much change in color down here yet. This place is year-round, so you can actually come out here camping in winter. But what I kind of meant, and I'm not going to focus too much on that, because that's not the purpose when it's a LoveIzALL video, is that, you know, you can see it scoops out the fire pits. The thing you're supposed to put bottles and cans in, it doesn't have anything in it. So you can put them in there and they go straight down to the ground. Just, you know, regular woodsy stuff. There's some nice wildflowers. There's some wildflowers over there. But these are the cabins that you can rent. At least 2 of them. Shows what this path is. I'm at the back of it because it made a better background, the trees, to talk to you guys real quick, besides the bathroom area and the shower area, which is right over there. But you guys can see, nice thing compared to Indiana, like I said, a lot of wildflowers and stuff out here, which is kind of cool. A lot of mushrooms growing in the ground. And I don't know, because the person I'm here with likes to joke around a lot and fib a lot, and he said he's seen deer this morning when I was still sleeping. But it's definitely possible in Illinois and across this area entirely, and across the country really. But hold on, got a notification, just an email from TurboTax, which is absolutely nothing. How are you doing, Night Clover? Because you're the only person watching this. Or at least I take it that's still you. So we'll go down this way a little bit, because here, unlike the other campground, the regular campgrounds are down that way. This, well, I might as well do this as long as I'm here, that way I don't have to backtrack. So, yeah. So camping in both directions. I guess there's more sites down there. Camping that way, showers right here, and hiking to that direction. That's kind of more where I'm at, so maybe we'll go see what that's about, because I got some time to kill. Yeah, and the same thing on the same side. And the little maps of it. When thunder roars, head indoors. Which is actually pretty good advice. And I would take it there's deer, because there's deer right there. There's that. And yesterday, my friend Mitch caught one of those and brought it up to the campsite. And I went to get a picture of it, but then it hopped away because it was probably terrified. Thought it got caught by a predator. But yeah, you can see over here is the shower areas. I'm not going to walk inside. Well, I guess I can. It doesn't really matter because there's nobody in here. But it's just, they're a bit different. Because they're very well heated. I guess you can camp here year round, which is strange. But it's a bit different because down where I'm at, there's 2 unisex bathrooms. And then in here, there's a men and a woman's bathroom with a shower and a handicap shower stall. Which I really do feel like there's nobody here. It's like the campground of nothingness in a way, but it's cool because it's quiet. So, and the camp sink and the outside of it. Do not dump food in sinks. Good advice. But then if you see down there, and there was another person in that spot, so when they say camping that way, they mean the RV sites. And if you look over there, it's not too far from civilization, really. And it's like you could walk right over there, where that stop sign is, and I believe that's Oak Park Avenue. So it's not too far off from... Go back. So I noticed the flea market video went really well. This one, not so much. Nobody's here. But we're going to do it anyway because I have a little bit of time to kill and it'll stay up on the channel and it does fit the Love Is All criteria, or at least the Love Is All criteria we were using for 3 beautiful months. Off and on because we weren't streaming the entire time, but a regular native thing. Oh, that's part of the tree. One thing that's weird is all the wood here that's fallen, it's all must be really fresh. There's no like dry wood, so when I try to get wood to build a fire, I have to like really play with it. I have a hacksaw that I bought. I actually got for free. That the teeth on it aren't the greatest. Oh, so this one is, I take it this is an RV site too. I take it all the ones on this side are RV sites because it has the electrical hookup. And I'm just walking over here mainly to see what's in the fire pit. Some kind of mysterious lump in one stick, which, if somebody else comes to visit, since I bought the food, they're gonna have to go and go stick hunting. I already found, I was like so excited to find some dry wood today. Earlier, like an hour earlier, I'm like, hey, dry wood. I can break it without having to twist the thing 10,000 times. Because I was able to get the fire going pretty good, even though we didn't have any cord wood. And you're not really allowed out here to pick wood. I guess you can pick kindling. And I didn't grab anything like too big, but let me see. Napkin over there, charcoal in here. Only semi-burned. But no big pieces of wood. Hold on, Zero people. took my sweatshirt off, had it tied around my waist, had to adjust it so it didn't fall off. But it's nice here. It's just be maintained a little better. They didn't have any wood when we came here. He was gonna buy wood from here, and like I said, all I have is a free Stanley hacksaw that will work fine once I replace the teeth on it. But the teeth on it now are pretty dim, so because there's nobody here and everything else, I'll just continue to look for wood, see if there's anybody who actually left any real wood anywhere when they were camping here. No. As you can see, everyone is not really like maintained or clean. But it does make it eerie. It's almost like a campsite from a Walking Dead show. There's nobody here. Besides that one gentleman in the RV, and I think the truck behind me is a maintenance truck. So it's just, you know, not spooky, but just, but hopefully, since nobody's here, you guys can enjoy this video after the fact. I know I need a haircut, by the way, badly. It's been a while. My hair is so light because I spent so much time out in the sun this year. It's kind of like my arms, my left arm, or my right arm from all that traveling around with Stephanie is like bronze, and my left arm is definitely not the same shade. I've tried sitting with it on top of it to at least match it. Go away, little fly. Oh boy. So, like I said, pretty basic stuff. Over there in a second, I'll go and show you guys maybe a bit further. Up there, just like I said, the street is right there, so it's not a huge area. It is close to Bachelor's Grove Woods, which Bachelor's Grove is at one of the infamous situations. Well, I've been a lot when I was younger. It's supposed to be haunted, and there is something very strange there. I did get a weird feeling the first time I was there. It's kind of a long story. Well, I guess I can make a short version of it. I went down there with my friend Drew a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and he said, let's go to Bachelor's Grove. And I'm like, okay. So we went down there, and you can't actually enter it, but we did. We were teenagers, and it's a disused cemetery, and it's been in a lot of those ghost books and paranormal stuff and all that, and it's right kind of down the street here. If you went through the entire other end of the walking trail, it would end up right on that side by Bachelor's Grove Woods. And there, across the street, across what used to be and still is sometimes called the Midlothian Turnpike, you would find an entranceway. Nowadays, when I've been by it via car, it's really overgrown, and you really have to push through it before the gravel path was open and everything else. And you can go in there, and there's some gravestones and everything else. And if you go further into it, there's somebody carved an eye into a tree, and there's some stones from one of their old farmhouses and stuff. But I did, the first time I went there, we only stepped outside of it. I just went back to my friend's house, and I had a really weird feeling. And I felt like I was awake and everything was in 3D. It was really wild. But, being a Christian person and everything else, I'm not sure what to think about that. But I do know that there was something there, and I experienced it. But yeah, anyway, I'm so surprised there's nobody here. 15 minutes in, Night Clover came and went and said hello. Maybe... Hello, sorry. Not there's anybody here, rather, but I'm trying to... I guess I could send a link to Steph, too, and say... I told her, I wrote her and said that I was going to go live, and she hasn't responded yet, but I figure I'll send her the link too, that way she can watch it later. I'm gonna flip the camera around, gonna start moving again. Like I said, there's not too much. I'm not gonna go like into the whole woodsy area. I'll see back by where the campsite that I'm at is, where those trails are that post was talking about. And yeah, I'm also going to try to find later on today, I have to write an article or finish up an article for a book, and I have to finish writing testimony for I'm going to share with my pastor. So I'll probably do that here. I'll probably, unfortunately, walk away. I also have to get back because the fire from last night was still hot enough, and that's what I like. I got it going good enough that it still was hot enough today to rewarm the food that he made earlier, because I made dinner, he was supposed to make breakfast. So, he cooked a bunch of stuff. So I just put the bacon and sausage on a pan with a bit of butter and put a plate over it, and the grill top, and the thing is just hot enough that it should be warming it up, and it should be hot when I get back. But I'd also like to keep an eye on it. That's another reason. That's another reason I don't want to go too far this way. Hold on again. Is that a glove? Well, that's actually like a nice work glove, but only one of them, and of course it's been on the ground forever, and God knows why it's there. But the second glove I've seen here. They weren't a pair. There's, what is that, like the cap from a tire? The cap from a tire, I guess, from a, what is that, a Dodge vehicle? Or Dodge Ram, maybe? But yeah. Which would be, pick that up and throw it away. But, like I said, there's a little bit of dirt out here. It almost feels like it's end of season, but they don't really have an end of season, because you can come here 365 days a year besides a couple of the major holidays. Oh, wait. Am I going to have to carry this back on the way back while I film my streaming? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to carry that one back, because that's just a regular log for good charcoal. So I got to note that and make sure that one comes back with me. That's the kind of stuff I'd be looking for. Oh. Oh no, this is actually another camping spot. Where some gentleman is set up, so not completely empty. But definitely not a lot of people. And this guy being from out of state. There being a gazebo down there. There's really no path to it. So we just kind of walk through the field. That's probably where the paths are into the woods too. I'm guessing that's his fire ring, so we're not going to check that out. But definitely got to grab that piece of wood when I get back. I think those over there might be bigger cabins that you can rent. I know for the smaller ones, oh look, here's a bunch of dragonflies out here in this field. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're all just hovering in the air. The way dragonflies do. Ran a pair of socks. I pick up trash, but I'm not picking up that. I wish I had that little sling thing that some of our wood came in that me and Stephanie had. Or I wish we would have had the thing we were going to buy in LaPorte, because if we do find any wood, it's going to be awkward carrying it back, and that's little bits of wood when we chopped up. Not really worth going into. That one's not really worth it. No. there's really no path per se, but the forest isn't crazy dense, so oh, there's electrical hookups here too. That's interesting to know. If I was staying here longer, I would probably use the electrical ones out here, and then I charge the battery and all that good stuff, because well, in the bathroom is like precariously. There's a much better map. I'm pretty cold. It's nice and warm out here today. Oh, you can see all this finger paint all over the table. Different kids doing finger painting. Hey, not very enthused because there's nobody here. Hello, is it me you're looking for? It's hot out today. I left my handkerchief, sweatband, face mask thing back at camp. Bought it for a reason, left it behind. Somebody come and watch this stream. Somebody come and watch this stream. Well, hello to anybody who watches it afterwards, I guess. Including Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. I hear a different campsite. There goes one. Probably can't see it, though. But at least most of it, I mean, I know from the same thing with Trips and Travels, when you go to that Illinois rest stop off 57. So I know that that's pretty much what Illinois is supposed to look like, past the mowed grass, obviously. And these dragonflies and everything that are out here are definitely supposed to be here too. So it's nice to see. It's just God's beautiful nature. And you can find just a lot of joy in just sitting here and watching it. I know that someplace around here, because like I said, I can pretty much sit anywhere. I don't think anybody's going to mind, because there's only really me and my friend, that guy down there, and maybe like one other RV camper that I've seen. And last night there was another RV camper on that site. I'm not sure if this guy was here. Wow, that's a lot of dragonflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are just, I don't know if you guys can see them, but they are just all over the place over here. I also seen a hummingbird earlier, right by the bathrooms. I'll show you guys towards the end of this. But he didn't want to be captured on video or a picture. Got one, but it would kind of be like one of those eye puzzle things, like, can you spot the hummingbird? So, also found a couple of things. There was a Blackstone chopper griddle thing, and one of the campsites, and you guys just seen me. I found a Bic lighter, which nowadays Bic lighters are expensive. So hey, blessings, little things people leave behind. And other people pick them up and put them back to use, so at least they're not wasted. Thing we should do with a lot of other stuff. So this is going to be a precedent. You got 3,000 viewers for the flea market one, and then the one before was Stephanie at the Dinosaur Museum, like 500 and 500 only, and then some of the earlier ones like 3,000, and this one's got to be a steady 1 viewer because it's only been Night Clover that came in and said hello. It kind of adds to that feeling of eeriness that there's nobody here because there's nobody in the stream. So it's kind of, a little bit, it's cool, but it's just a little bit creepy. Just a little bit creepy. Oh, there goes one right by the camera. I hope you guys seen that. That's what I'm doing. It just looks like there's little helicopters, like they're just marching in. I go to that field over there of natural habitat and buzz it, and they're just all going by. Probably they're going from over that way to cross this empty area. Yellow dragonflies. So I'm kind of mesmerized at the moment, but as there's nobody here, I guess you guys won't mind. So cool. I hope they're getting some of this. It's hard to see with the glare how much of that is actually going through. Because they're so teeny tiny. And you can definitely hear the toads at night here. And unlike Indiana, this is more the sounds that I'm used to hearing at night, like all the high level of crickets and the toads and stuff. And with frogs and toads, when I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, I lived right by the edge of a forest in a double wide trailer, and I used to have little tree frogs. They would jump on the house and everything, and they would stick on the door, and it was pretty cool. I love those guys too, and they would just sing their song all night long, and it was kind of peaceful. And I wish, I mean, I can't argue with the camera. It's a great camera on this phone, but I wish this thing would be able to pick up just the amount of dragonflies that are just swarming, to the naked eye, like just all around and darting in different directions. It's like a dragonfly superhighway. Well, in a moment here, we're going to start moving. It's actually very warm today. It was very cold last night. I had to sleep in winter gear. I have an air mattress. It was kind of, by the time I got in there, and I didn't have the blower, and of course at night, like I've showed you in other streams, it's really pitch dark. It's really hard for me to navigate at night, but I do it because I do love camping, and I do like being out here, and honestly, I missed it. I missed a lot of other things, but I mean, like, part of what I missed is definitely the experience of doing it. So that in and of itself is interesting. But it was really cold, so I had to wear all my winter gear. The only thing I took off was my neck warmer / face mask and my winter hat because it got a little bit too hot that way. But and all I had was the blanket I took from a hospital because I haven't got my other stuff yet, and a quilt that, according to Stephanie, was created by a church and blessed by priests. So it was kind of cool. So I mean that a little Magic the Gathering card backing blanket that somebody bought me for Christmas gift a couple years ago. Yeah, and a pillow and another smaller pillow. So I didn't have much to keep myself warm, so I slept in everything: socks, pants, took off the shoes, and just slept in a sweatshirt with a winter hat over it and a t-shirt underneath that I'm wearing now. So I'll also have to march back up to that shower area later and take a quick shower. Which, I don't know. I actually kind of like the camp showers because for me, I'm so tall, and even if I was like skinny mini, I'm so big that like showers are a thing for me, man. So if you got one with a wand and like something where I can move it around and actually get myself clean and everything else, I actually love those things because usually you have to do a little dance and a turnaround and twist just to take a shower in most standard size showers. It's not easy being 6'5". I cannot believe there's nobody here. I feel like I'm just talking to no one. But that's okay, because I'm doing a lot of sitting and resting. And before coming here, and even last night, I'd say I didn't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. and then woke up at 5 a.m. briefly. And then I keep on reconnecting. So I've been pretty tired yesterday. But it was a busy week. Friday, I went to the to a rummage sale and helped out the Jordan Baptist Church with a rummage sale. I was mostly cleaning a deep freezer, a couple other things, and then rearranging shoes and kids' shoes and stuff like that, and helping the church out. And then went to church Sunday as well at Jordan Baptist, and it was a good deal, good time. Um, and then Sunday night, I got to listen in where Stephanie was going to church at, which was kind of cool. It's been a while since I did that, and they had some beautiful music. And at my church too, Sunday they had a nice choir, including the pastor sang in the choir, so that was really excellent and awesome to listen to. What are you? What is that little bug? I've seen that before too around here. I wish I knew what that was. Seen you tons of times, and there's some kind of wasp or something. Him I can see on camera, kind of hovering about. There was one attacking my breakfast when I woke up because nobody covered anything. So I had to, like, rectify that. I haven't seen much flies. When we got down here yesterday, I take it there will be mosquitoes today because yesterday it was like to return the mosquitoes. They were nowhere near as bad as they were at that one walk-in site at Dunewood Campgrounds in Indiana. That was just horrible. But they were definitely making their presence known to me when I first got there. And I'm like, I remember you guys. The mosquitoes. Return of the mosquitoes. All right. I'm going to put this down for a second. I think I can just put it right. Readjust everything. Oh, wow. See, I keep on wanting to move, but then, like, I want to be able to get on stream and recorded. Like, it's wonderful abundance of dragonflies around this field, and I think which I am going to do, if I come down to write something, I think it'll be over here. And there's also lights over here. I guess I could come here at night. I would just have to use a flashlight to get over here. Because there are lights. Okay, hold on. But if I was here a lot, like I was in Indiana, this would be one of my places to come and just chill, plug in the battery and just chill and, like, write something and just kind of watch all the... I mean, wow, I don't know if you guys can see. Every time I put the camera down, like, they just swarm together for a minute where maybe you could actually see them. So hopefully it got that. And if they can't explain it, it's all just swarming together. They're like they have their own little flight pattern, like they're a bunch of planes above an airport. It's pretty wicked. Okay. So, like, over there, I have more forest. That way is bigger cabins for rent. I'm not going to go that way because, like I said, well, maybe it leads out to the main road. Let's walk by them. I guess there's no harm in walking by them and putting in part of the video. And it does go to the open road. Oh, that's cool. They have a little water spigot. Summer events, which are all over. Everything just to step by the August 30th, August 3rd, August 16th. So yeah, August 2nd. So don't schedule anything for September really. It's year round, so maybe they'll do Halloween. Excuse me. Who knows? I almost feel like there's like a technical glitch because usually, no matter what we've been doing, there's always somebody watching, and it's in the vertical format, so it should work for the live short. Very easily here. be kind of nice if you were renting out those cabins and that was your backyard for a week or two. Oh, look. All these bees. They're just going to town. That is so awesome. Pollinate, guys. That is so cool. Sorry. In a way, I just had to. I mean, look at them. I just had to. I mean, look at them. They are all over this stuff. They are all over this stuff. And I'm going to stay here for a second because that is just so cool. Look at him. Pollinating away. And there goes a butterfly over there, a monarch. That is so awesome. There's another one. Wow. That is so cool. I just like this place 10 times more just for this field alone. That is so awesome. And pretty much this is what Illinois always was, like I said. So this is just really awesome. Got all the butterflies hovering, all the dragonflies coming to and fro, and all these very, very busy bees. I don't know if you guys see that monarch. I'm kind of trailing. Actually, now there's two of them. And I can't really get any closer to him without disturbing the bees. And so I don't want to disturb the bees for obvious reasons. But look at him. I can see him out there in the middle. And those blue ones. So pretty. Very nice. The beautiful work of God, huh? But onwards. Somebody was here and I think I stopped to try to grab some pictures and they stopped. This is a really big cabin. And it kind of goes around in a loop. These are much bigger. The other ones, I believe, are just like bedrooms with bunk beds in it. I don't think these are the same. I think these probably have like more amenities in them. Wow. 25 minutes in and nobody's here. We're just gonna go check it out. There's nobody here. That's pretty cool. You got a phone outside. I'm not gonna get any closer to the building. A little shoe cleaner. Finally heard somebody. Like I said, between nobody being in this live stream and nobody being in this campground, it feels a bit empty. So those are obviously all more cabins for rent. Nice little tree. Reaching out to me. Hi, tree. How are you? He's probably like, used to be much busier here. More people pass by and said hi. Not anymore. I mean, it is a Monday. It's strange there's nobody out here. Well, I guess you could mean a thing of shampoo. I hear a weird beeping too. I don't know if that's some kind of proximity thing. Because here's this bathroom. And there's nobody rented here. They had to open the bathrooms to the other one. They had them locked last night. Ones that are close to me, but these are really nice cabins. I don't know how much it costs, but they're really nice. Can't help but wondering if there's something wrong with the stream. Because 0 people. Let me try to do this. I'm going to end it and try it back and see whether that changes anything. Okay? So, I guess it's 2 for Tuesday. Maybe 3 if Stephanie gets on later on tonight. So I'll be right back. I'm going to see if that's what the problem is, because I find it hard to believe nobody's here.